Hey there, thanks for being with me throughout the past 5 weeks. I hope you gained some valuable insights that can help carve out a life filled with abundance, freedom and fun. So this video, it marks the conclusion of our discussion on setting up your business or your life for success. And I believe it's beneficial to revisit the key points that we've covered just so that you get it. Feel free to share any feedback, whether it's positive or constructive, and offer hints, tips, advice that can help me in improving the content. But it will also benefit others on their journey to freedom and fun. So because this is a wrap-up video, it's going to be a lot longer, meatier video than the previous one. So grab yourself a cuppa, get some snacks and buckle up. So jumping right into it, we've explored 5 distinct subtopics that will help you set up your business or your life for success. Can you remember what they are? Number 1, mission. Number 2, your goals. Number 3, quarterly goals. Number 4, weekly targets. And 5, your daily or even hourly tasks. So imagine this framework as a waterfall. However, there's a crucial distinction. With this approach, you can also reverse it, which is something a waterfall can't do. The key is to work backward to solidify the strategy, while at the same time enabling you to move forwards right now. So now we've got the framework, let's just simplify it. Firstly, if you're running your business solo, that's absolutely fine. However, if you do have a team, I encourage you to collaborate on this process with the team. Starting with the team that's on board, as they've hopefully had a hand in creating this from day one, has been shown to foster a greater long-term and sustainable success compared to a single person crafting a plan and then dictating it to everybody else. And the team should contribute to building the company culture because they're the ones working in it, while you as the owner lead and facilitate this process. Additionally, it's essential to emphasize that everything we've discussed and what I'm about to summarize in this subject is all about prioritization. Throughout your day, you're going to encounter various tasks and requests. Some may be time-wasting distractions, while others demand immediate action. It's crucial to exercise sound judgment and prioritize effectively to ensure you make progress like you've never made before. And lastly, remember, while we're framing this in terms of a business strategy for the video, it can be applied to virtually anything. Whether you aspire to become the world's greatest tennis player, or you're trying to secure a sponsorship deal with Under Armour, or become an influencer, or pursue any other goal, you can adapt this framework by substituting business terms with your specific objectives. So now we've laid the groundwork, we can dive right in. Firstly, let's look into the foundation of your journey, setting your mission. This should be your foremost step, the cornerstone of your efforts. It's your why, your most definite purpose. The mission should ignite a fire within you. It's a blend of boundless excitement and a touch of trepidation, something that inspires you, but also challenges you. It should make you excited, but also quite scared. It's a goal that, while seemingly attainable, it also carries the weight of pushing you out of your comfort zone again and again. For instance, let's take KDA's mission as an example. To empower people to achieve total freedom and have fun. Now, this concept of freedom can vary greatly among individuals. Some may seek financial freedom, desiring more time for themselves, enabling them to nurture relationships and create connections. Others may prioritize emotional freedom, aiming to develop resilience and break free from depressive states. Others might seek physical freedom. That could be a goal, signifying happiness within your own body, the ability to engage in activities previously you thought were challenging. And then you've got mental freedom, the capacity to escape mental ruts, approaching problems logically and challenging personal beliefs. And then for another area of freedom, spiritual freedom, the pursuit of aligning your life forces and working in harmony with the universe. And we've also got the bit where it's the crucial aspect of having fun in our mission. After all, what's the point in building something if you're always toiling away and neglecting the joys of life? Our mission equally encompasses the empowerment to discover and indulge in your sources of fun. As previously mentioned, you may have built remarkable businesses, yet your own life is not as enjoyable as you'd have hoped. And this kind of seems counterproductive, doesn't it? I hope you resonate with the mission. If you're still grappling with it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But I've got to emphasize, this is not only the most important part of it, but also the most challenging part of crafting a business. Now, who remembers what comes next in this journey? Absolutely. Let's talk about goals. Goals are significant milestones that stem from your mission. And to approach them, we employ the working backwards methodology. First, you've got to consider what needs to be accomplished in the span of about 20 years to ensure alignment with your mission. Once those 20-year goals are in place, have a look at what needs to be achieved in 10 years to stay on track for the 20-year objectives. And then following that, look at the same for the 5 years of what you need to do to achieve your 10-year goals. And then lastly, determine the actions required for the next year to progress towards accomplishing your 5-year goals. Would you like to learn a valuable tip for organising your goals? So here's a technique I picked up from Jim Rohn. Firstly, create a comprehensive list of all the things you want to achieve in the next 20 years that will help you realize your mission. Both business and life goals. Include anything and everything that comes to mind. Just keep on writing it down on a piece of paper. While it seems like a long time in the grand scheme of your life, it's just a blip. But getting this list right is essential. It will set you up for success instead of leaving you feeling overwhelmed. So once you've got a number of pages filled with tasks, estimate the time each one will take you and be realistic and don't push yourself. Will it take you a year to achieve, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And afterwards, organize them into those time periods. What are your 20-year goals? What are your 10-year goals, and so on? How long is it going to take you to achieve those things? Then review them. Identify common themes or duplicates and condense them where necessary. Keep the less important ones on standby, as they might still have value. And don't forget to include fun-orientated goals for each of those time periods. So now that you've got your most vital tasks, create a chart. Start with your mission at the top, followed by your 20-year goals, your 10-year goals, your 5-year goals, and your 1-year goals. With your business and your life goals starting to take shape, it's looking a lot like a real plan now, isn't it? We completed our 1-year goals. Can you remember what follows next? That's right, quarterly goals. Quarterly goals are essentially an extension of your yearly goals. They revolve around what you need to accomplish within a specific quarter to progress towards and achieving your 1-year goals. And don't forget to allocate time for fun. Once again, it's the working backwards method in action. Start by examining the goals that you need to achieve for the 4th quarter. What needs to be achieved and when in order for you to achieve your 1-year goals. Then move backwards to the 3rd quarter, followed by the 2nd quarter, and finally the quarter that you're currently in at the moment. You'll want to set about 4 or 5 goals for each quarter, all of which must be attained within a 13-week time frame to keep you on course to achieve those 1-year goals. When you meet the goals for the 1st quarter, that you're on track to meet the 2nd quarter's objectives, and then that you're on track for the 3rd and also for the 4th quarter as well. Wow, by reaching this point, you've accomplished a substantial amount of work. You absolutely need to give yourself a pat on the back right at this moment in time. Can you remember what comes after the quarterly goals? It's time to complete our weekly targets. Weekly targets can be quite challenging for some individuals because they're the immediate tasks that need completion within a 13-week period. Remember from the earlier discussion, you need to consider what needs to be accomplished in the 13th week from now to achieve your quarterly goals. Have the 13th week's goals met your quarterly goals? If the answer is yes, that's brilliant. Now you need to contemplate what needs to be done from the 12th week from now. And then once you've done that, the 11th week from now, and so on until you reach this week. By the way, it is advisable to do this in advance of the quarter starting. Otherwise, you'll most likely end up playing catch up all the time, giving yourself some unnecessary stress. So book in a time to do this a couple of weeks before the quarter starts. These weekly targets can encompass single tasks, recurring assignments, or even more substantial projects broken down into smaller subsections. Just like everything else, make sure you record these on your chart. Now let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, the daily tasks, the nitty-gritty where the plan really starts to come to life. But before you start plotting those tasks, I wanted to note, whether you have a team or not, it's crucial to have a weekly meeting to outline what you aim to achieve for the upcoming week and when you're going to achieve it. This meeting will make sure that you have sufficient time in your week to accomplish your goals, that you've considered all aspects of your life, such as picking up and dropping off the kids, enjoying a round of golf if that's something you're interested in, going to the cinema, attending a yoga class, or whatever matters to you. So you've set your weekly goals spanning 1 to 13 weeks, and now you need to create a plan for the week ahead of you. Take a look at each goal for that week, the ones that you've set out a little while back, and then schedule when you will be tackling them into your diary. And yes, I mean precisely that, when. Specify the day, the time for each task, and map out your entire week. In essence, you're laying out your actions into your diary or a calendar. And as full on as this sounds, trust me, once you've got this system in place and you begin to implement it, you'll complete your task and you'll feel fantastic. More than that, you'll hopefully find you've gained more time in your life and that you're achieving things and that you're genuinely focused on the task at hand rather than getting distracted. More done in less time. And honestly, who wouldn't want to accomplish more in less time whilst adding practically a full day each week for fun? This approach also helps you prioritize your tasks. When something new comes up, and there will be many new things that come into your diary, you can quickly determine whether it's more or less important than what you're currently working on and adjust your schedule accordingly. If it's not particularly urgent, you can add it to a to-do list, which serves as like a little safety net for tasks. You start to complete them, but you don't need to complete them right at that moment. Don't let those minor distractions disrupt your flow. So you've got your mission, your goals, your quarterly targets, your weekly goals set, and organized into your visual chart. What do you do with your daily tasks? It's actually quite straightforward. Put them into your calendar. Once again, I want to emphasize that nothing in this process is set in stone. Things change. Life can throw unexpected curveballs, and sometimes things hit the fan. In those moments, it's vital to assess what is the top priority for you at that moment in time. And this pretty much wraps up my way of setting up a successful business or life. Thank you so much for accompanying me on this last 5 weeks of videos and journey. I hope you found these insights valuable in your quest to create a life filled with abundance, freedom, and fun. As we conclude our discussion on setting up your business or your life for success, I want to leave you with a very clear call to action. If you're someone with a burning desire to build a thriving and successful business, if you're passionate about achieving your goals and you're ready to put them to work, then I invite you to take the next step. Connect with me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, where you'll find a wealth of resources and tools and guides that can help you implement the working backwards methodology that we've discussed today. I'm also part of a much larger community of like-minded individuals who are on a similar journey to success. I'm more than happy to introduce you to them. You can join the group, learn from them, network, and connect with fellow entrepreneurs, and share your experiences and expedite your journey to success. Additionally, if you've got any specific questions or you'd like personalized guidance on your journey, feel free to reach out to me directly at dom@kdaproperty.com. I'm here to assist you in any way I can. Remember, your journey to success is unique. It starts off with defining your mission, setting ambitious yet achievable goals, and breaking them down into actionable steps. With dedication and the right strategy, you can turn your vision into a reality. So take that leap of faith. Connect with me on the socials, access the resources, reach out via email for personalized support. Your path to abundance, freedom, and fun begins now. Thanks for listening on this subject. I look forward to hearing about or witnessing your remarkable journey to success.